What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fox Chamber. I've been getting a lot of questions about when am I gonna upgrade the exhaust, or when am I gonna do anything about the exhaust or anything like that.
What? I don't remember nobody asking you about that.
Well, today is the beginning of that day. We're gonna try to do this ourselves at first, but we're gonna see if we can get these bolts out of the manifold for the headers. If we can't get these out, we might just have to take it to a shop. But first, let's do a little bit of unboxing. So we have our little extension pipes that connect to the X pipe, the back part of the X pipe, and our headers. BBK, #1 in performance. Definitely gonna find out. I think I got BBKs on there now, but they are rusted to where you can't even see what they are. Yeah, ceramic coated. We're gonna try to keep them things from getting that rainbow color all through the tubes and all. And that looks good. That looks real good. And of course, one for the right side. Yeah, that looks good. And gaskets. Yeah, they're all right. There you go. That's what we're gonna get them sweet tunes out of right there. Yep. Actual Flowmaster. And I like the one I got on there, which is an aftermarket. And it would not be complete with the tailpipe. I actually got it turned down at the end, and you can see on some of the other videos where it just pokes out the back. These are actually going and they're turning down a little bit. Keep that exhaust off my back fairing. Now I'm gonna make an attempt to try to take these bolts out. Yeah, and these things been in there a while, so this thing might end up going to a shop to get them bolts taken out. But if it does, I'm probably gonna have them just do the whole thing, because ain't nothing else I'll be able to do with it. But let's try to see if we can take these bolts out. But yeah, one thing I forgot to mention that I got were these pedal covers for the clutch and for the brake. It was driving the wife crazy that I didn't have them things on there. All right, baby, I got some. So that'll probably be one of the first things I pop on. Get back with you in a little bit.
2 days later.
What's up, everybody? It is the next day. Well, actually, it's 2 days later. Yesterday, I was trying to find if I can get somebody to take those header bolts out, but nobody was available. So I decided to spray them things down with some PB Blast. And let me tell you, PB Blast ain't no joke.
I tried to tell him about this stuff a long time ago, and just now he's finally listening.
It loosened them bolts up. Even the bolt that I was getting ready to possibly strip, it loosened it all up, and I'm able to take the bolts out. So that's what we're gonna start with, taking those bolts out the header. And then we're gonna get this thing jacked up so we can get the rest of the stuff off and continue on with this exhaust modification. But first thing I forgot to tell you, we're gonna take loose the cold air intake. We're gonna take the spark plug wires out. We're gonna take the spark plugs out on both sides so we can have some room to work. Well, now that all the bolts are out, I wouldn't, I'm gonna tell you, that doggone PB Blast is the truth.
Told you.
It is the truth. I just left one bolt in there just to hold them up so I can break all the other ones loose down on the off-road X-pipe. But we're gonna come back and take these out in a little while. But first, let's see if we can break them other ones loose after we get it jacked up. Well, car's all jacked up. It's I think it's a workable height. I think I can get my arms up and down and move that exhaust around a little bit while I'm under there. I gotta get up under there and check out where that X pipe links up to that header. All right, as you can see, there are the bolts we gotta take out. So the X pipe meets the headers. I displayed them with some PB Blaster, of course. That stuff is awesome. And the other side, I've already sprayed them up a little bit. So now we're gonna see if we can get them bolts to come out as just as we're gonna see if we can get them bolts to come out just as good as the one on the headers did. After that, we'll get the other bolts. Those right there, and of course, sprayed with PB Blaster. And then we're going to get those ugly aftermarket Super 10s off and put on some actual Flowmaster Super 10s. Well, I got the headers out and the off-road X-pipe. I see why that joker didn't charge me a lot when he put this exhaust on there. So I'm gonna have to cut some of this stuff off to get it out. Probably gonna have to come along here and cut it right here to take it out the back. Yep, well, I gotta cut it right along in here. Then it'll go over the axle and out the back. And same thing with this side. Cut it right here, take it out the back. And this stuff right here will just drop down. Well, get my cutting wheel ready to cut both of those off, and I'll get back with you in a minute.
got all the pipe out, all the tailpipes, the old mufflers, and the headers. Got those things out. So they're the old ones, old headers, and as you can see, they were BBK. And these old aftermarket Flowmaster, yeah, they don't sound completely like an actual Flowmaster. It's just loud. It doesn't have that Flowmaster growl. But yep, I got those out, and these are what's going in. As you can see, the tail is bent down a little bit to keep the heat off of the back valance back there. So I keep the heat off of that. See, the other ones, they weren't bent down like you would like. It was just a big opening coming out the back. Very tacky looking. And those were done by, but we got some actual Flowmaster this time, actual Flowmaster Super 10s. You can see these are actual Flowmaster. So now we're gonna have this thing sounding right for Foxtoberfest 2019. And the X-Pipe, off-road X-Pipe, is still good. We're still gonna use it. And actually, it's pipes. Yeah, it's pipes, and I guess they're good. I ain't really heard nothing bad about them, but we're gonna use the off-road X-Pipe from Pipes, and we're gonna try to get this thing put together. Get back with you in a little bit. Well, found out that we're gonna need just some steel rod to hang the muffler or to suspend it up under the car. I'm gonna go to Lowe's to get some steel rod. Don't need any hardware, and this thing should go back together pretty simple from what I done put together. When I get back, I'll show you the mock-up that I had. It's laying in there on the ground. But right now, look at them. It's in there on the operating table. About to get worked on. Yep. She's gonna come out of there sounding great. Right. Back from Lowe's. I would have been back a little earlier, but I ran into an old friend of mine and we got to talking for about the past hour or so. But anyhow, this is that mock-up that I wanted to show you. I went ahead and laid everything together, kind of halfway connected it how it was gonna be, except the headers, they're still in the back seat of the truck. But it looks like it's gonna be all right. I'm not gonna need any chewed up looking pipe that they had on there before, all in here. These pipes right here, I think they're gonna be sufficient. But we're gonna start putting this bad boy together here just shortly. Okay, check this out. You know, since we're gonna have to make new hangers and everything, your boy gonna have to do a little bit of welding. I was trying to practice a little bit on the welding, but this right here is what I got. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to practice a little bit more. And he took welding in high school, and that's what he got. Well, the good thing about it, it's gonna be under the car where you can't really see it. So as long as I got a good, strong bond, I think I might be all right. But I'm gonna practice welding this right here. And more than likely, it's gonna be tomorrow before I get back with you and start putting this thing in. So we'll get back with you tomorrow.
20 minutes later.
Before we wrap up today, I'm not going to probably get the exhaust started, start the mounting process on the exhaust probably till tomorrow. But right now we have to clean the gaskets off of the heads. The old gaskets in there are a pain in the butt. You can see I just started cleaning a little bit of them. I just stuck some old plugs in there just so it won't get down in the spark plug holes. And I'm gonna vacuum out the ports right here, the exhaust ports. Make sure no debris gets down in there. And then see if I can start scraping and maybe spray a little bit of brake cleaner on to help break this stuff up. Okay, now that we got the ports vacuumed out, I chopped up one of my red shop towels into quarters so I could put them in these ports to keep any other trash from getting in there while I clean it out. So I'll put these bad boys in there. Keep anything from getting down in there on them cylinders. Yeah. Just leave enough room, of course, where you can grab them things and pull them back out. We're gonna do a little bit of an experiment. We're gonna see which cleans a little bit better when it comes to cleaning the gaskets off of the head. I got some brake parts cleaner and some gunk engine degreaser.
It's the next day. The cleaning I got done, that little experiment I was gonna do between the degreaser and the brake parts cleaner failed. I went ahead and just used my drill and got it cleaned up. Yeah, I think it was taking too long, so I said bump it. So I just went and cleaned it off like that. Took me about 45 minutes maybe to get everything nice and clean. And now it's time to mount those headers.